Welcome everybody to another edition of the Black Mental Health Podcast. I'm your host Reg. Joined today with me is a special guest live from Miami. No? Wakanda? No? Say no, my man bro.
Everybody.
Let's see. Should I tell the history? Maybe not. No. Well, any future guests. We never record. I'm never recording at my house. It's baby time at my house right now. We still trying to get the new baby allocated with the family. So where I record at, when my home base is at my friend Jarrell's house, and as you can see, it's nice here. So I thought I had him on the podcast today because we have a lot of conversations. This is the money talk conversation. When we talk, when we talking about like really getting some stuff done. We have like real conversations about like stocks, real estate, just real conversations that a lot of people don't have in the black community. So I thought he could come on today, and not as like a financial guy, but just the brain, the thinking behind like some of our conversations. Like I remember one time we talked about, I came to him one time and said that I was getting frustrated with my family because I was trying to teach them about like different ways to make money, and they was like, the only way to make money is a job. Like, what are you talking about? And I came to him, I'm like, what do you do when you have this problem? Because you follow, I guess you could tell your story more than I can tell it. Like, you went to the route they tell you to go in school and then get the job, and then, you feel what I'm saying?
So with me, and I treat the jobs really hard. Like, you're there to make money and they're there to make money off you, right? So there's no loyalty on either side, but people coming up from the earlier generations, so parents, grandparents, aunts, they're all used to that. You go, you work at a job for 30 years, you retire, blah, blah, blah. That's stupid. I'm not staying at a job year over year for a low ass 3% raise when I can jump a job and get 20, 30 grand more.
Right, because they preach like loyalty, like to one job, like you stay at that job, and then they look at you. I know my mom and my people, they used to look at me like, yo, you don't stay at a job long. But the way the economy and everything is set up, it's not beneficial for you to stay at a company that long.
Yeah, so like I've been at 3 different corporations. I don't know if I can say their names, like I said.
No.
But like legit big companies, and each one for about a year to 2 years. And essentially when it came down to raises, bonus, things like that, if they gave me or presented me with some little raise or some little bonus, I said okay, but then it was at that point when I said I'm out. Like to me, I didn't say it to them.
Right.
For that standpoint, like it's definitely more money out here. You make more money to jump jobs.
Right.
It's just the way it is. It's today's world. You gotta adapt to the world you're in. So at least from the career standpoint, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
So what advice do you give like family members that like, because I know some people they're stuck in that one set mindset, but they, you know how family members try to give you advice on life, and then you're like, I'm kind of doing better than you.
Yeah.
So why would I take that? And then like I said, my frustration was coming like, yo, I'm trying to tell y'all, but the opposite between me and you, I didn't have the thing, I just got the knowledge, but you got the show of like, yo, it's a different world out here. So how do you deal with them?
I mean, I try to, kick different things to them, but then you kind of just, you take it for what it is. So most people not going to listen, especially since I'm younger. So older people never listen to you when you're younger. So it's more like, it's almost more like you kind of, you drag them up. You kind of like leave breadcrumbs, say that.
Okay.
Leave breadcrumbs from a little bit. So like, you might tell them what something is, how to do something,
right.
But then you're doing, they may see, and then hopefully they pick up. I mean, you can't make nobody do nothing they want to do.
Right.
People, right? So it's kind of like, I might tell people or kind of put them on game or whatever, but from my standpoint, it's like, I gave you what I gave you, and you do it or not.
Not right,
like,
right.
Either way, I'm gonna be good.
Do you feel any like guilty or remorse? Because I know I kind of, it's like you said, you don't want to drag them, but it's like, I don't want to be just the only one that's successful.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I don't, because like you gotta take the emotion out of it. So like, I feel like, and I feel like I've done it in the past, like you can help people so much that you now messing your own stuff up. So now you try and get that person going, you messing your stuff up, now y'all both just got nothing.
Right, both of y'all just messed up.
Yeah, versus, these are grown people who can do their own stuff. I have no problem, helping or, showing how to do it, but
right.
I'm not about to do nobody else's stuff. Like, it just doesn't make sense because I'm taking away from my own stuff.
The other question I have is, because we had this conversation as well, you get out here, you get your job, you see some of your friends struggling, but they still your friend. So you don't want to just start hanging with a whole different crowd. You want to hang with the same crowd, but you don't want them to badly influence your life. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said with the Instagram world, you don't want them to kind of drag you down because of them not propelling themselves. How do you avoid integrating yourself with people that are not doing what they should be doing, that's close to you, and still balancing yourself doing what you need to do in your regular life? Because they can look and say, oh, we the same. How do you not catch the virus is what I call it.
I mean, I kind of just accept stuff for what it is. Like, people don't be people. It's like the yin and the yang. So for somebody to be like great, somebody gotta be not great for you to weigh them out. Like, you know what I mean, balance them against. So I would like for everybody around me, family, friends, everybody to popping whatever like that. But some people got different goals and different wants. So some people want a chill, same old repetitive environment, which is cool. It's fine. It's your decision. But then some people want a glitz and glamour. And some people want a conservative, but got it. So it's kind of like that. Like, I just don't put my beliefs or wants on someone else.
Okay.
I mean, I have no problem helping nobody, or, you know what I mean, like, kind of doing stuff together, collabing with people, whatever, with that ultimate goal. But as far as like feel guilty or anything like that they're not receptive to what I say, no, because I'm not nobody's parent. So I gotta answer.
Right.
So I don't feel guilty at all. But I take the emotion out of this stuff. Like, I'm not really emotional about it.
How is it easy though? Because it's like you like them, like you especially if you grow up with somebody and you start to veer off. Because I know a couple of my friends are in jail, and it's like I don't even know when we separated paths for you to go to jail and for me to be.
You okay?
Yes, I'm okay, son. I'm still doing the interview.
Good. Is it almost done?
Not yet. You want to come say hi to the camera? Come on. You shy?
Hi, camera.
Alright, here we go. I'm sorry, guys. I still gotta be on daddy duty. But, what were we talking about?
Separating paths.
Oh, separating paths. So, a lot of my friends went to jail that I grew up with, and it's like, you looking at people veer off, and it's like, you want to be with that person, but it's like, I can't save you, like, especially if I got my son as a responsibility, but I still like you, and it's like, I want to still be with you at the same time. So it's like, you say take the emotion out of it, but it's not as easy to do that for people you love.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I
just leave them where they at. Like,
yeah, like, I'll still overly, I think sometimes that people are actually told me that, like, I'll overdo and do stuff with people that I don't need to be doing or whatever. I mean, it's not a cool thing to do, but it is what it is. Like, it's honestly, it's humanly impossible. You cannot take care of another grown person.
Right.
Like, people have challenges taking care of a kid.
Right.
So you can't take care of no other grown person with their ego, with their attitude. Because now y'all just combative about different stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, it's necessary evil. It's just something you gotta do. I mean, I want everybody to do great, but I understand, like, yo, they grown, they want to make their own thing, their own path.
So what's your take on mental health, like, in the black community right now? Like, what's the state of, in your opinion, from what you're seeing and what's going on in the world, how do you feel about mental health?
Honestly, I think everything today is trends, right? So I think every 2 or 3 years something gets trendy and it gets a lot of attention and then it fades off. So right now mental health is a trend. Now if it stays something relevant, it may not. So as far as mental health, I think everybody deals with different stuff. Everybody has some type of, I ain't gonna say mental health, I'll say mentality approach to things. But it's kind of like something you have to almost deal with. Like, it's something that's been here forever, right?
Right.
So at this point, it's here. It's not going nowhere.
Right.
What are you gonna do about it?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people complain about it. I got this, I got that. not cool, but all right, we understand that. So now, what's the next step? Like,
Right.
how you about to
Solution
that? When that's the problem, I don't think nobody do solution. They just talk about the problem.
everybody dwelling on the problem.
Yeah, like just a million times. Yeah, we got a lot of issues. All right, yo, we know that. Like we knew that for a while.
Right.
So now, what are you about to do? You keep yelling you got issues.
Right.
So from that standpoint, it kind of is. I mean, it is what it is. I think it does exist. Now,
That's what was my next question.
I do think it gets oversaturated though.
Okay.
I think a lot of people put anything into mental health.
Okay. What you mean? Like, what's an example?
Like I think depression gets confused with like hopelessness. Like you're at a point where you're hopeless. So like something ain't going right or something like that, and you're just down. And you're hopeless.
Right.
We'll get confused with depression.
Okay.
Like, I think depression is a 5, 10, 15-year long thing, where hopelessness might last. It's based on something. So you're hopeless because you messed up.
Right.
Versus depression where it's just there.
Right.
It don't really got nothing to do with what's going on. You could have success and then you be depressed.
Right.
Where hopelessness, I think it's a result of something.
Okay.
I think that's what they get mixed up a lot.
So if it's a fad almost, what would be the solution? Just wait the fad out? Like, because people all, if it's not a, like, how can they discern from what's a fad and what's not a fad? Like, I seen somebody said something about mental health. Oh, I think I got that too. Opposed to you just you don't know the severity, because as much as this platform is about mental health, it's just about mental struggles. Mental health to me is a real serious topic. I say go get a therapist if you really have it, but I also believe there's conversation pieces, like you said, with the hopelessness, where people just need to vent, and it's like it's not as serious of I'm about to cut myself, I'm about to commit suicide. So what would be the solution to someone that that think they got it but they don't got it?
I think everybody's solution would be different. So you need to find a solution. I mean, that's kind of the short answer. So if you go sit here and say you got an issue, let's say an issue, you need to find whatever solution works for you. So if you got we said depression or hopelessness, anxiety. Maybe you're the therapy route. Maybe you're the talk to the friend route. Maybe you're the like I know people work out to kind of get that off their head. But something, and I think that's the problem. Like a lot of people, like if you break your arm, you're not gonna keep saying you break your arm. You're gonna go to the cast. Right. But when it's mental health, it's like, yo, I'm depressed. I'm gonna go drink the drink and I'm gonna be depressed again tomorrow. Right. But it's like no, like you didn't go get cash. You know, these stitches, nothing. So, like I'm not discounting that it don't happen. Right. It happens to everybody. I just think you gotta find a way to combat it that works for you. A lot of people is anti-therapy or anti-talking. So it's whatever works for you, I think.
How do you feel about therapy?
I think it's the way it's structured now. I feel like it doesn't. I'm not gonna say it doesn't work. I'm in it. This is therapy to me. So all right, there we go. All right, so we'll say the formal therapy version, the lay on the couch and talk to somebody with a book. Right. I don't like that because usually the people you're talking to don't know what you're talking about. Right. So, they're not what you day to day. Yeah. Like so, if I go to a 70-year-old white woman to talk about mental health. It's we don't equate. Right. We don't know each other. It's going to be harder for her to understand. So she's going to do her book stuff. Right. She got out the book and do the typical stuff she did with everybody else, but then it's not a customized or a one-on-one type thing. Right. Basically using a cookie cutter approach for me. Right. So in the traditional sense, I don't really think it's. I just don't think we have, as far as black, there's not enough black, and I could be wrong. There's not enough black mental health or therapists. To be there for black people. But what if they all feel like you and they feel like it's no real problem? So it's like mental illness in the black community has been hidden for a while. Like it's been covered up. Like, boy, you'll get over it, or whatever the case may be. So it's hard for a solution to come if people don't really think they got a problem. Yeah. So you say how do they identify they have a problem? Right. I don't know. That's a good one. I mean, I guess you got to be kind of in tune with yourself and to get actually know with yourself and not lie to yourself. Like I think a lot of stuff comes down to that, like people just lying to themselves. Just from like, I'm good. No, you're not. Like. So, do you have any of the symptoms like mildly of? Do you ever get anxious or do you ever get depressed or any of those? I wouldn't say depressed, just because I don't think. Like I said, I think depressed is a long thing. I mean, it's ups and downs, but I think it's like a life up and down. So like
Okay.
you know, a family stress, a work stress, a career stress, entrepreneurial stress, whatever kind of stress there. I think you go up and down with it. But then like for you, you gotta find a way that works for you. So I'll usually like hit the gym, chill, maybe go out. But then I'm not ODing. I'm not going out and taking out fit. Like, I'm not
Right.
drawing when I do it.
Because I was just about to ask. I know personally, you got a family member that's in the hospital, a family member in the jail. You got people that got kids that don't have parents there in their lives. Like, how do you, knowing that you want to help or you can help, or like, what do you do to cope with that stuff? Or you just not acknowledging?
No, I mean, you acknowledge it, but I mean, it's a part of life. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, no, like, I mean, a lot of stuff that come, and I guess I'm not trying to sound too harsh about it. I'm just keeping it.
No, he's the harsh friend. Like, when I need some real, like, yo, pick yourself up. Like, ain't nobody about to come save you.
I'm keeping the emotion out of it and just looking at it from like a strictly a tactical standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, you got all this going on, right? How do you cope? What's your other option? And I'm not trying to push nobody to that extreme, but it's. I mean, when you break it down, it's either live life or don't. So, you know what I mean? It's more like, yo, you gotta find a way. I mean, it's life stuff happening to everybody. Help where you can. Be happy where you can, I guess.
It was something I wanted to talk. You put up a post. I actually got it from you, but maybe you put up a post on social media maybe about 4 or 5 days ago where you like, yo, women are out here taking care of men, and I had just put up today that men are not being men in certain situations anymore. Like, women bring home the bacon, they do all of that. I was on the last podcast. What made you put that post up?
It came from a couple people, like friends I was chit-chatting with or Instagram or whatever. And it was like, and I seen posts and stuff like that, like guys that was like girls taking care of guys. Even to the point like giving them money, like laid up in the house, all that kind of stuff. So I was just kind of like that's weird. Like there's nothing. Like, I'm not saying it's not wrong with a woman having. I don't care if a woman has more money than a guy.
Right.
That's cool.
Just have money.
But if you like just mooching, like,
right?
It's almost just, to me, it's just weird.
Right.
I don't really understand it.
I was just about to say, do you think it's a reason why men are like what's the mentality behind men letting women take care of them? Because I know I'm prideful, so it's hard for me to sit here and watch my girl take care of me. Now, she can make more money than me, but I need to be able to bring as much or it's somewhere near close to the table.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know. I just think I don't like reasoning why. I have no clue. I don't know if it's something from like, you know, your mom raised you, or you're like, you know, your girl had her raised you. I don't know if
right.
it's continuation there.
Right.
I don't know if it's just bummy. Like, I don't know what it is. But it's weird, and I think maybe because I'm getting older, I'm starting to see a lot of this stuff. Like, even I was talking to somebody, like, I didn't know like a lot of the sexual assault stuff. Like, when we was younger, I didn't really.
We
I don't know
about
if
to
we
get
just
into
didn't
that.
notice it.
We about to get into
like,
that.
Now, as I'm getting older, I'm like, yo, y'all really be out here
doing stuff.
Like, doing stuff. I'm like, that's crazy. So I don't know if I'm getting older and it's just like a maturity type thing. But yeah, when girls take care of that, I just don't understand it.
Family. Now, I've known personally that you don't have your father in your life. How have you coped with that all your life? Well, explain, if you mind, like, what happened to him?
My dad got killed when I was young.
Wasn't it like a shooting or something?
Yeah, he got shot.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, I don't even remember I got my dad. Other than that, I got a trash memory. So literally the only memory I have is looking over the casket, but that's pretty much it. And I had one picture, but I lost it.
Oh, shit.
So I don't even know where that is. I think when I moved, I lost it like a while ago. I lost it. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, when I was younger, I was probably more, I don't know, receptive of it, or, you know,
felt some type of
way about it. But I mean, now that I'm older, not so much. Just because, I mean, it's been constant. So it's kind of back to what I talked about earlier. Like, it's been like that all the time.
Right.
So it's like, all right, yo, it's been like that all the time. So
right.
It's like, you gotta move on, or you know what I mean? So I haven't really, as I got older, I haven't really did it too much. Like, I don't talk to my dad's side of the family or anything like that.
Is it a reason, or they just like?
We just split, I guess, when I was young. I ran into I have another brother.
I didn't even know
A couple years ago. We like probably each other on the gram and stuff like that. But it was just a separation when everything happened. So it's not like an issue or anything like that.
There's no connection.
Yeah, there's no connection. So
did that play an impact in your life as a man?
The no connection.
Like, did dad not being there, period? Because I know for me personally, like, I talked about my dad before, but even me having a stepdad in my life, it was not like a genuine, like, he was like more of a big brother, like the big homie looking out for me, making sure I was cool. Like, we had some type of connection, but there's no connection like your dad, because they kind of know you. Like, they have the same bloodline.
I don't know. Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean,
that's the reason why you so heartless?
I'm not heartless. It's misunderstood.
He's a Gemini too. We both Geminis.
I don't know, like if it affected me. I think I'm fairly good. I'm a fairly good person.
You see the Colgate smile?
I think it. So I don't think it necessarily. I mean, yeah, it probably did affect. I just don't know what the other end is. Like I don't know the opposite of how I came out. So it's hard to, you know what I mean?
It's hard to gauge if it would have changed anything.
And it's not like I was living. I mean, I was living. It's not like I was growing up with him, well, memory-wise. Then it happened, and then I changed. So I had something to compare to.
Right.
I was young, so it's like nothing. I didn't know.
How old was you?
I don't even know. I want to say like maybe 4 or 5.
Oh shit, that's
like
a good ass memory.
Like young. Well, no, because the one memory I had.
You said he was in the funeral though. Too. I don't remember nothing from when I was 4.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like from life, that's it.
Okay.
From anything past like before like 7, it's just pretty much the funeral that came.
So why you never made the connection with your brother? If you, just to, I get, or you don't feel like you need to reach out.
Honestly, I don't know. Like for a while, like when we were younger, I didn't know how to get to him.
Right.
And then we did like kind of connect a little bit a couple years ago. And like I said, we found each other on the gram and stuff.
Right.
But no real reason why like I had like, yo, let's do that, nothing like that. I don't know.
Is that point like with him, like your dad, is that like a numb, like you don't feel anything towards it at all? Like sad, happy, remorse, nothing. You just don't feel anything towards it. Oh shit.
Nah, it's just pretty much. Cause I think because I was so young. Like,
right.
Kinda...
So if that's crazy. So if you not have a person in your life long enough, you won't even miss them as much, or at any point.
I would say if you had them in your life, your later years, you might miss them.
Okay.
The earlier years, like I don't know what to miss.
Right.
Because I don't remember anything.
Does it affect you emotionally when you go in relationships?
The father part?
Yeah, because I know me, I never had nobody to show me how to be a man, so I didn't know how to be a husband or a boyfriend or none of that. I just basically fucked up my way until I found the right way to do it.
No, I think we did similar stuff, like as far as the fuck up stuff. Like, you know, we both went to college.
Right.
You know, we involved people and whatever.
Right.
So yeah, I think with maturity though, like, because in college, you know, it was whatever.
Right.
Like we just doing whatever, we was having fun, we enjoyed college, enjoyed life, blah blah blah. But then as you get older, it's kind of like it's a little more chill. Like.
All right. Last question. What advice would you give to people? Because you said therapy, the new form of therapy. What advice would you give to people that need an alternative to therapy that's not the original way? This is my alternative. Like, what advice would you give to people?
Alternative.
Like to deal with people that think they have different things going on or have problems in their lives and don't know how to handle the stress or whatever the case may be.
I think a lot of stuff you kind of gotta be like just straight with yourself. Like by no means do I got anything figured out. I'm not saying I got anything figured out from career to therapy. No, I got nothing figured out. I'm figuring it out.
Right.
But I think while at least I feel like I'm doing alright. I'm kind of honest with myself, so I'll say what I'm trash at, and I'll say what I'm not trash at.
Right. So people have a hard time identifying their
your weaknesses.
Their weaknesses. Yeah.
So as far as therapy goes, like you got to be able to be like, yo, I suck, or I'm trip. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like you got to be able to say that. And that's why, like when I be talking to people, and kind of back to your point about the helping question, that's why I'll tread lightly with that because
people don't want. I got
how
you.
emotional people are. So
right.
Depending on who they are, I'm going to tell you what's up. Like, yo, you need to do do this.
Right.
Or you do that. Well, that's trash.
Right.
Now, how you take it, that's fine. I'm not doing it from like a malice place. I'm just telling you that's trash.
Right.
And it's not a bad thing. It's like, because like even when I do stuff and I talk to you or even like, you know, some other people, I'll be like, yo, what's wrong with this? I rarely say, yo, do you like this?
Right.
I'll be like, yo, what's wrong with this?
Right.
And then whatever comes back. But it's more like, yo, chop it up so it get better. I don't need you to tell me it's nice.
Right.
Like, I did it, so I already think it's nice.
Right.
So I don't need you to pat me on my back.
Right.
So you did that.
Right.
I need to know what's wrong with it so I can fix it. So same thing, tying back to your mental thing. I think you need to be cool with yourself and be like, I got this problem. And that's a challenge itself, just being honest with yourself to say that. But I think that would be cool to do. And then from that, you can kind of figure it out, whether it's rapping people, identifying what it actually is. Like, I know a lot of people have issues with, like, parents walking out and stuff like that. I mean, I can't necessarily speak on it all the way, but it's kind of like you still don't want to let that take over your life, in my opinion.
Tell people where to follow you at the sock. Give all the info out.
My sock page is at the Nearest Socks on Instagram. DEVERESOCKS. The website is www.thenearestsockco.com.
Should have had some out here.
Yeah, man. My personal Instagram is
The Good Guy.
The Good Guy 5. So the Good Guy number 5 and underscore.
It'll all be in the link in the description,
Yeah.
so y'all can get all that.
I don't have Snapchat. I don't like Snapchat. Yeah, I don't really get on Twitter.
And then all them social. It's too many.
Yeah, I don't really like
All right, guys, that's our show. Don't forget to subscribe or whatever you're listening on. And remember that this podcast is not a replacement to therapy, but an alternative to therapy for people to share therapeutic stories. And thank you for listening.